You know that feeling. The market is open, your heart rate is slightly elevated, you're staring at the 1-minute chart, and every tick feels like a personal attack or a personal invitation. You think you're analyzing the market, but really, you're just vibrating. You're waiting for a feeling of certainty that never actually comes. Today, we aren't going to talk about indicators. We aren't talking about 100x gains. We're talking about the invisible shift. The moment when trading stops being an adrenaline sport and starts feeling as boring as watching paint dry. Because if your trading is exciting, you're probably doing it wrong. 2. Expectation destruction. Most beginners believe that professional trading looks like a high-speed chase. They think pros have 6 monitors, lightning-fast reflexes, and a constant flow of alpha information. You think your stress comes from not knowing enough. It doesn't. You think your anxiety comes from a bad strategy. It doesn't. Most people focus on the entry, but the real signal of a professional is the environment. The amateur is looking for a fight. The professional is looking for a very specific, very boring set of conditions that allows them to extract money with the emotional investment of a grocery store clerk scanning a gallon of milk. If you're still feeling the rush, you're still a gambler. To move to the next level, we have to destroy the idea that trading is about winning. It's about executing a routine until the outcome becomes statistically inevitable. 3. The 5 shifts of the stressless trader. 1. The death of the perfect entry. The counterintuitive truth: the best trades often feel the most uncertain. Beginner behavior: they wait for every indicator to line up perfectly. They want confirmation from the news, social media, and 5 different time frames. They want to feel safe before they click buy. Professional behavior: they accept that the entry is just a math problem. They enter when their criteria are met, even if they feel meh about the direction. The psychology: this is the certainty trap. Our brains are hardwired to seek safety in numbers. But in trading, by the time it feels safe, the move is usually over. The positive sign: if you find yourself entering trades without a shot of dopamine, just a quiet, this fits the criteria, you are evolving. 2. The shift from P&L to R multiples. The counterintuitive truth: stop looking at the dollar amount. It's poison. Beginners watch the unrealized P&L flicker. $50 profit, $20 loss, $100 profit. Their mood swings with the cents. Professionals look at R, their risk unit. The trade is either 1R or 0. The dollar amount is irrelevant. The process is the only metric. The analogy: think of a world-class surgeon. Do they think about their hourly rate while they're stitching an artery? No, they focus on the stitch. If they focus on the paycheck, the patient dies. The warning: if you find yourself calculating what you can buy with your current open profit, close the tab, you've stopped trading and started daydreaming. 3. The radical pre-trade ritual of erasure. The counterintuitive truth: your best work happens before the market even opens. Beginner behavior: they wake up, open their laptop, and start looking for something to do. They are reactive. Professionals have a pre-flight checklist. They identify where they won't trade. They decide their risk before they see the price. The biology: this manages decision fatigue. By deciding your actions in a cool emotional state, you prevent your lizard brain from taking over when things get hot. The positive sign: if you spend 20 minutes preparing and then decide not to trade at all, that was a successful day. 4. Radical outcome independence. The counterintuitive truth: you can do everything right and still lose money, and that's fine.
Beginner behavior: a losing trade means I was wrong or the strategy is broken. It leads to revenge trading. Professional behavior: a losing trade is just a business expense. It's the cost of goods sold. The metaphor: a casino owner doesn't cry when a tourist hits a jackpot. They know that over 1,000 players, the math wins. The professional trader is the casino. The amateur is the gambler hoping for a lucky streak. 5. The acceptance of boredom. The counterintuitive truth: if you are entertained, you are likely losing. Beginner behavior, seeking action. If the market is slow, they force a trade just to feel involved. Professional behavior, sitting on hands for hours. Doing nothing is a position. The psychology. Our brains crave novelty. Trading professionals train themselves to override the biological need for excitement in exchange for the logical need for edge. The positive sign. Realizing that the most profitable days are often the ones where you did the least amount of work. 4. Internal versus external results. Here is the hardest part of this journey. Your internal shift will happen long before your bank account reflects it. You will start having days where you follow your routine perfectly, you stay calm, you manage your risk, and you still end the day in the red. Most people quit here. They think, I did the work and didn't get the reward. But in the professional world, the reward is the discipline itself. The money is just the lagging indicator. If you can master the quiet, boring routine of a professional, the external results will eventually be forced to catch up. It's a mathematical certainty. 5. Personal story, the bored trader. Consider the story of a trader I knew named Marcus. For 2 years, Marcus was a firefighter. He jumped into every hot stock, stayed up all night, and lived in a state of constant anxiety. He made money, then lost it. His life was a roller coaster. One day, he stripped everything back. He decided he would only trade one setup between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. If it didn't happen, he closed the laptop. For 3 months, he made almost nothing. He was bored. He felt like he was failing. He felt out of the loop. But because he wasn't stressed, he stopped making dumb mistakes. He stopped over-leveraging. By month 6, his equity curve began to tilt upward. Not because he got smarter, but because he became more consistent. Today, he spends more time at the gym than at his desk. Trading isn't his identity anymore. It's just a machine he runs for an hour a day. 6. Final insight/call to trust the process. The secret to trading without stress isn't a better strategy. It's a better relationship with boredom. True mastery is quiet. It's a routine performed with such regularity that it becomes invisible. Stop looking for the thrill of the win. Start looking for the peace of a well-executed process. Trust the routine. The results will follow.